Hey everybody, I'm Kelly Ellers.
I'm Jeffrey Lennon.
And this is Volume Up by the Tees. So the Biebs. First of all, I was supposed to go to a Biebs concert in like 2 weeks. And then the whole thing happened. And this is the second time he's postponed it. But in other news, someday I'll see him. I might be 55, but it'll happen.
Your kids might be 55 at that point.
Exactly. I know. But his other half launched a celebrity skincare brand.
She sure did. Sure did.
You know, we have a bone to pick with these celebrity brands, and I don't know, maybe it'll come back to haunt us, but we got another one.
I don't think that it's going to. I feel like
fine.
Ms. Hailey Bieber has got some haunting of her own to worry about,
Indeed.
which is what you're going to get at. So I won't steal your thunder. Let everybody know what's happening.
Right. So Rhode Skin, and that is her middle name, Rhode, Rhode. And, you know, she launched it, and then out of the woodwork came a fashion brand that has the same name and is trademarked.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would like to say, hi. I mean, maybe I have trademarked some things in my day, and there is a very long due diligence process that I feel like somebody should have flagged. And maybe they're thinking it's a clothing line, it's a skincare line, it's too close, or it's not close enough from a category perspective. And I'm geeking out on the trademark stuff. Anyway, turns out she knew about it, tried to buy that brand in the name a couple years ago, and now
it's bad.
They're upset.
It's bad.
And I get it.
Yeah.
Because
understandably.
Yeah.
Not a good look for Hailey.
No.
Again, like we've established, we're not fans of the celebrity skincare brands writ large. There are obvious exceptions. Nobody, I think, was clamoring for this.
Indeed, no.
No, but I mean, here she went ahead with it. You would think that as part of due diligence and trying to acquire purchase brand name from other brands, that you would not maybe go ahead without knowing that you were gonna get sued out the ass. So I thought like Rhode at the fashion line, which is well established, to be clear, and minority owned, again, not a great look for Hailey. Like they did it the right way. They brought it to everybody's attention that they did not want to go the route of a lawsuit, that they knew that she didn't intend to harm, but like she was doing harm to their brand, and like fair play. So, I mean, what were they thinking?
I think too, you know, then like obviously lawyers get involved and are very costly. Very good lawyers cost a very pretty penny. And obviously the Biebers have more to leverage against this. I don't want to see it where this brand folds. That is not, we're not helping a girl out. We're not helping minority owned businesses, female run businesses. No.
Nope. Yeah. No,
So
definitely hoping that things go right by the fashion brand.
Right.
Sorry, Hailey. Also, I'm not sorry. Like you messed up. She stepped in it. Like that. Like let's be.
Pick another name.
What am I pretend? Yeah, pick another. You go with Hailey
or Bieber. I don't know.
I mean, she's probably. I mean, well, we won't speculate.
Yeah.
We won't speculate on this podcast. But yeah, that was. I don't know. It doesn't sit right. So if you guys feel the same way. Or feel differently, let us know. We'd love to hear about it. Kelly and I obviously have strong feelings. You might not feel the same way. So hit us up, DM us.
You know, something that I've been waiting to share with you until today is, you know, I love back when I went through my like COVID, I should be blonde phase. I was just like all of the toner, all of the shimmer lights, the tried and true, the OG. People have been using it for other things. To whiten other things.
Yeah, whiten other things indeed.
Toilet bowls to teeth, your teeth.
Yeah. I think if you're not familiar with shimmer lights, you've probably been living under a rock. It's well tested. People certainly have strong feelings. It is effective. You can't say that it's not. It had been, you know, part of that whole purple hair challenge thing a couple years back where people were loving the additive sort of ashy purple effect to blonde that can happen if you leave it on or put it on super dry hair. To your point, though, non-traditional uses, blowing up all over TikTok in particular, it's disgusting. Yeah. I cannot imagine putting shimmer lights on a toothbrush period. Then putting said toothbrush in my mouth and then brushing my teeth like
sudsy. It was sudsy.
Purple like it was like a cartoon almost. And she's was just like going at it, just brushing the. Why?
It's all sorts of like, we have lost our damn mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the toilet bowl, like that one was funny.
It was.
I did appreciate like it was for comic effect, not for, but still wasting good product, good effective product. Mm-hmm. There it went down the drain. But it did do a little bit of scrubble bubble stuff on the way out. Like I
mean, I think that's pretty inventive. Like the one I saw was like, boyfriend's coming over, don't have time to clean the toilet. I don't get that. But anyway.
So I'll clean the toilet with shimmer lights. Like
what are we going like? Got anything purple? Got anything purple? Like
Yep. And there it went.
It went.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's what's on our mind, from lawsuits to shimmer light toothpaste. We got it all here at the Tease.
If you found non-traditional uses of shimmer lights on TikTok that we've not discovered, please let us know. Send us, share that with us on TikTok. Why don't you?
Please do. Into it. So in last week's episode, I talked with Jen Lyles. Jen is a beauty school marketing and lead generation expert, now serving as the executive director of Beauty School's marketing group. She worked as communications director for the American Association of Cosmetology Schools before pivoting to the school side as a marketing director for a 4-campus beauty and wellness school in Southern California. There, she was awarded the best beauty school marketer in the nation. Not too shabby. So if you like learning more about the industry, those who are enacting change and creating a better world, make sure that you subscribe, rate and review, and follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok at Read the Tease, and send in questions to volumeup@thetease.com.
And on this week's episode, we talk with Cherin Choi. Cherin trained as a hairdresser in Los Angeles, where she graduated from the acclaimed TONI&GUY Academy. She later apprenticed as color associate at the prestigious Neil George Salon in Beverly Hills. After learning how to help clients achieve their dream hair goals during her time at Ramirez Tran in Beverly Hills, Cherin opened up Nova Arts Salon. From there, she transitioned full-time to private appointments only across the client base that she developed throughout LA, New York, San Francisco, and Mexico City, which we love. It's her commitment to the mastery and exploration of her craft that sets her apart in the industry, and we know that you guys are going to love hearing from her. So buckle up. But before we get there, let's talk about something that's a little bit nerdy, but that we are both very into. Kelly, if you wouldn't mind, tell us a little bit about what's happening with haircut prices as documented by the Wall Street Journal.
I sure will. So as the WSJ pointed out, we are headed into an interesting potential economic time. And they had an article called "Want to Understand Inflation? Check the Price of Your Haircut." So there were rising costs at barbershops and salons, and they were noting that sends a signal, that sends signs that the inflation problem is not going away. So they interviewed a variety of stylists from across the country, most notable one in Illinois, where it was a stylist. She's been cutting hair since 1970, when she just charged $1 for a haircut, which is like, what? Okay. But anyway, she's raising her prices. And the whole thought was like, wow, we're feeling it. We're feeling it everywhere. Salons and barbershops, we're feeling it there too. So an interesting read. Head over to the Wall Street Journal and check out that article.
Yeah, check it out. And then we want to hear from you guys. Again, we're asking lots of questions today. Are you raising your prices related to inflation? I imagine so, but we want to hear about it. Sort of why, what makes you do it, when, all of these things. We know that it's complicated in terms of establishing it. Markets are different. Your clientele might not be willing to pay X dollars. So we want to hear from you. If you don't mind, get in touch. As we keep saying, DM us, email us. We're all ears, because we know that there are big economic shifts that are headed our way. And this is, maybe not what we all wanted to hear after the pandemic. So let's get into it together. So share if you wouldn't mind. We'd love to hear from you. All right, let's talk about something else that is popping, and that is thetease.com. So many things. Our editorial team has been hard at work this week, just like every single week, looking into trends, diving into brands that you don't know, but you probably should. And here are some of our favorite headlines. First up, Pantene is teaming up with Getty Images and Dress Code Project to encourage real LGBTQ plus representation in advertising, which during Pride Month, we love to see. While the mainstream beauty industry has taken great strides towards queer representation over the last few years, LGBTQ plus inclusivity in beauty advertising still remains a weak spot. When it comes to most ad campaigns and beauty promotions, the LGBTQ plus community is still largely underrepresented. Thankfully, hair brands like Pantene are working to help change this. And as part of their ongoing #BeautifulLGBTQ series, the hair care brand has joined forces with Getty Images and Dress Code Project to launch #StyleWithPride, lots of hashtags, a new campaign designed to encourage real LGBTQ representation through hair and marketing and advertising. Working with Getty Images' custom content photographers from all over the world, Pantene will be creating a gallery of real representation across all spectrums that will be accessible to everyone. The question is, why did it take this long?
I have absolutely no idea. Like, I'm glad it's happening.
Yes.
But
yep.
This wasn't happening before. Like, where were we? What? I don't know.
I know.
My
nativity.
I don't know.
Yeah. No, I mean, the industry is what it is. And so the idea that folks were not being represented in this way is really, disappointing. So good on Pantene.
Yes.
Good on Getty for making a change. Project Dress Code. We love to see it. Head to thetease.com, read the full article, check out some of the pictures that are popping up. They're beautiful, as expected, which we love to see. And let's continue to do better. Everybody.
Let's do it.
Why don't we? Something else that you should be into because of, it's Pride, it's summer, it's all of the things. Zambia Ambassador Blake Reed Evans shares 5 travel hacks for salon educators. When it comes to being a salon educator, travel is pretty much a requisite for the job, and Zambia Ambassador and owner of Sheer Art Salon, Blake Reed Evans, knows this all too well, as he spends most of his weekends catching flights to different cities all over so that he can share his salon knowledge with other pros. As someone who travels constantly, at least 3 times a month, Evans knows a thing or two when it comes to travel hacks, and head to the tease to find out 5 that he lists out. These are true tips that are going to make upcoming travels as smooth as a silk press. But Kelly, you're not a salon pro. I'm not a salon pro. We do travel a little bit. What is your biggest travel hack?
Ooh. Okay, so it's true. It's been known that I am a bit of a sort of travel snob, if you will. So, I mean,
nothing wrong.
I love my TSA pre-check. I love my direct flights when I can get them. So those are, I don't know if they're hacks or just like must-haves, right?
At this point.
I recently was traveling with a colleague and the airline lost her bag. And so she had everything in the bag, like everything was in the bag. And she didn't want to check it, but she got pushed into the old gate check, right? There's no room. So I guess one of my hacks could be that I like to sit in a zone on Delta, preferably, that I'm gonna get in that dang plane sooner rather than later, boarding group 1, 2, or 3, because my bag is not getting gate checked. You're not going to pry it out of my hands. No. But if it were pried out of said hands, I always pack my makeup and my jewelry in my purse, like my big bag. So it's going nowhere. Worst case scenario, I still have a full face of makeup and all my bracelets on,
I mean, and what could be a bigger hack than that, honestly? Pack all of that stuff on your person, basically.
Yeah. What about you? You've got to have something.
I mean, I am also a multiple bag person. I also prefer Delta because there's stability there, and I don't like basically any other airlines. Although Delta's canceling left, right, and center, so that's not good for them. I prefer all of what you said in terms of boarding groups. I mean, once it's after 3, it gets dicey. Southwest, great for getting around places without spending a ton, but it gives me tremendous anxiety. So I always have to pay for the extra so that I'm in that A group. Things that I'm packing on my person to make sure that I don't lose them. In the fanny pack, of course. Like wallet, hand sanitizer. I've got a passport on top of my ID that I'm just because I don't ever want to be in a position of not having
being identified.
A backup ID.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a thing. And then I bring my kids' passports. So it's either on me or it's on my wife. just in case. Who knows? I don't want to ever be like accused of trafficking a kid. Like it's a crazy thing.
And why?
But here we are, where it's like my kids have 2 different last names. Like if I don't want it to be like a, you know. Anyway, that's where I'm at.
You know, I think about that too, and even like how you don't need identification for children is the weirdest thing for me. I mean, why? Where can you go and take a young being? It doesn't make any sense. Like
it doesn't, which is why I'm prepared for the worst case scenario. Right. So it's like we've got those passports on us. They are on my little fanny pack, which is draped over my body. Again, you're not prying that thing off of me. Like it's
Have
there.
you ever been at the airport and well, you've got littler kids, but they'll be like, which one of you is Hudson? And my kids will look at each other and I'm like say it. You know. Like you're not Hudson.
You
like
know.
What?
Yeah. No, again, anyway. My kids, because of the double last name. That's the big, like, right. Fair. Who's what? All of that. Okay. So anyway. Well, if you guys have travel hacks that are maybe not what we just talked about, let us know about those too. But go over and read thetees.com, see what Blake Reed Evans had to say. I feel like you're probably going to want to take some notes. All right, next up on the tees. This is a big one because Barbie's really everywhere. The article is Get All Dolled Up with the new Chi and Barbie Dreamhouse collaboration, which, I mean, all of those words together, like, is your head not exploding? I was so excited about this. Forget Hot Girl Summer. It's about to be a Barbie Girl Summer if Chi has anything to do with it. The professional hair care brand is back at it again with the new Barbie collection that's sure to hit you with all of the nostalgic feels. In celebration of the 60th anniversary of the Barbie Dreamhouse, Chi has teamed up with Mattel to create a limited edition 3-piece collection inspired by the iconic doll and her playhouse. The Chi and Barbie Dreamhouse collection, which marks the 3rd partnership between the 2 brands, big deal, certainly does Barbie proud. It's all pink, glam, and every bit as stylish as the trend-setting doll herself. Come on, Barbie, let's go party. Kelly, what are you buying?
You didn't just say that.
I did. I couldn't help. I mean, like, come on. I'm told.
I'm just a Barbie girl living in a Barbie world. Like, should we keep going or what?
We should. I've heard, and we will get to the Chi collaboration, that the upcoming Barbie film, but with director Greta Gerwig, will not feature the Aqua song. It is like a prereq with Mattel. They will not allow that, which I feel like is a tremendous missed opportunity.
Yeah, same.
All right, but back to the Chi Barbie Dreamhouse collaboration. Of the 3 products, is there anything you're especially excited about that you feel like people should know?
Well, I've always wanted to try a triple barrel waver because I think that would make my waving skills like easier, or that it would look like I know exactly what I'm doing. So I'm kind of here for that. I love that Chi is always pushing the envelope. They're out there, like they're on the edge of consumer like trends. I love the team over there. I think they're awesome. And so I fully support this Barbie Girl Summer by Chi.
We love a Barbie Girl Summer here on the Volume Up podcast. Amazing. Well, there's so much that's happening on thetees.com. These stories and many more. Head over there, please. Why don't you? And thank you to our hardworking editors. We are proud to publish stories that salon pros and consumers care about. Kelly.
All right. So Cherin, awesome. Love to hear about her experience over at TONI&GUY Academy. She went, as she said, from working as a stylist, owning a salon, and now is traveling around the country, meeting her clients where they are. So I love to see that journey, and that, she also spent a little bit of time in corporate America and was like, no, I'm out. I'm going to go create and beautify. So thank you very much to Cherin for joining us on the pod today. Be sure to hit subscribe, rate and review, and follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok at Read the Tees, and send in questions to volumeup@thetees.com.
Volume Up is a Tees Media production. This episode was produced by Monica Hickey and Madeline Hickey. Brian Daly is our editor and audio engineer. And thank you to our creative team for putting together the graphics for this episode and all of our episodes.